Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here, and yes, I am uploading again today, but we are getting Doctor Who news overload, so I want to cover all of this exciting news on the channel because honestly, I am so hyped. Like, I am absolutely hyped for what this season of Doctor Who is bringing. Like, I've got my cup of tea ready, and we're going to be looking at some more preview images that have dropped today that go and give us a look at Wishworld. Like, honestly, my excitement is through the roof, like genuinely through the roof. Like, I absolutely cannot wait to see what is happening here with Wishworld. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive straight into it because yeah, I just can't contain my excitement. Let's have a look at these images and see what it suggests about the plot. Alright, so first up we have got a photo of Conrad, the Rani, or the two Ranis, but for some reason in the previews, Edith Dobson's Rani is still referred to as Mrs. Flood, which is completely fair. But yeah, so this setting has been revealed in a preview clip, which obviously I won't show on the channel, but it is revealed to be those massive skeleton creatures that are just walking through London. So I don't know how they fit into what's going on, but they must be a part of Conrad's weird scheme that he's got going on in this alternate reality. But yeah, again, absolutely fantastic costume of the Rani. Does sort of look reminiscent to Kate O'Mara's Incarnation's costume, so I do quite like that. And Mrs. Flood kind of looks like a servant a little bit, with like the black attire with the white collar with some keys. But in the preview clip, it kind of looks like that there might be a betrayal coming down the line, but I might be reading too much into that. We've then got Mrs. Flood in a police officer's costume, which I feel like this might be a flashback to her maybe releasing Conrad from prison, setting up the events of Wishworld. We've then got Conrad reading a book, but not just any book, Doctor Who, and it looks like it says Doctor Who and the Reality Wish, but I don't know. But yeah, he's reading a book about Doctor Who, so the Doctor's adventures have been novelised and potentially probably going to paint the Doctor to be a really bad person, perhaps. Which, yeah, you know, the Doctor acted out of character last episode, so maybe events like that and perhaps the stuff that he said to Conrad is going to be twisted to make the Doctor to seem like the villain. That is very plausible indeed. We've then got some more images here. We've got, I love this photo, we've got the Doctor and Mel there as well. Notice that Mel's not at unit. It just looks like she's just having like your average normal life. But yeah, maybe in this alternate reality, Mel doesn't work for unit. Maybe she's just settled down and retired. Maybe, who knows? Then we've got the Doctor and Belinda looking at the tables because the tables don't do that. We don't know what these tables aren't meant to do, but apparently, yeah, whatever's going down. Yeah, the tables are meant to be doing what they're doing. Maybe it's a sign that the Pantheon is coming, or a member of the Pantheon is coming. Then we've got the Rani, and oh, she looks absolutely terrifying in this picture because there's, I don't know if this is like part of their experiments, but there's like hung up, is it rats or mice or something? But yeah, they're like being hung up probably to be experimented on. And again, we don't know exactly what this has to do with the plot, but it looks like she's in some like house of some kind, maybe in the past. But remember, the Rani probably has a TARDIS. We've then got Ruby, and then we've got Shirley-Ann Bingham, and this new character as well in this alternate reality. We don't know if this new character works for Unit in the main reality, but very interesting that there's Conrad photos here as well, saying what would Conrad do and stuff, probably promoting his way of thinking. And since it seems that Conrad is in control, which is, yeah, absolutely mind-blowing. We've then got, from what seems to be outside of the Unit HQ, we've got Susan Twist, we've got the Doctor, we've got Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, Colonel Ibrahim, and several people that work for Unit, but I'm guessing it's not Unit in this reality, perhaps working for Conrad. They're all looking outside of this HQ at something. Maybe it could be those skeleton creatures walking over London. Then we've got the Doctor speaking to a baby. Now, several of you on here have pointed out that it could potentially be Poppy, or Captain Poppy from Space Babies. Now, that would be really interesting if that is the case, because I have heard online that there's meant to be links to space babies. These are theories that people come out, by the way, that there's meant to be links to space babies and the Ronnie's experiments. So I guess that would make sense, and it would explain why the space babies are here as a part of that reality. And there seems to be, from the other preview images that we looked at, there seems to be some emphasis on babies. So perhaps this is like, you know, a new generation of Time Lords, maybe. We've then got Belinda on the phone. She looks a bit concerned. And yeah, she's looking like she is like wearing like usual everyday attire. So maybe she's like settled down or something in this world. We then also, and I want to point this out as well. So she looks settled, whereas Ruby, you know, she's looking like a little bit rough. Alongside Shirley Ann Bingham as well. She's not there with the unit lot, so maybe she's been outcast. Like maybe she's living on the streets, perhaps. We've then got this interesting creature here, which I'm not entirely sure what this is, but it looks very interesting. Kind of American Horror Story-esque, to be honest. But oh, and there's another one there as well. So maybe these are helping pilot the creature, maybe. Just kind of look like, you know, they're like tapped into it, maybe. And then we've got Shirley Ann Bingham with some other characters here as well. Maybe they're like freedom fighters, perhaps, whilst also unfortunately living on the streets. Perhaps there's like certain members of the unit that have to live on the streets. Maybe they've rebelled against Conrad's rule or something. We don't actually know, but blimey, there's so many cool images here. Like, it's absolutely crazy. So yeah, really cool preview images. Like, if you can't tell, I'm so excited for Wishworld, which will be airing this Saturday. And it looks like, yeah, there is going to be, like, you know, Conrad is in control of everything, and like the main base of operations will be one of the skeleton creatures up in London, and it seems like there might be a betrayal between the two Ranis, which might happen in the reality war, and the Doctor's adventures have been novelised. And also, is the Doctor undercover? Because it kind of looks like that he's living like a married life of sorts with Belinda. Again, probably not like an actually married life, but seems like there's a little bit of undercover espionage, maybe. I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see. But with all that being said, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for more nerdy content, as we're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, which I would love to reach by the end of the year. But maybe we could reach it by the end of the week. Next week, sorry. With the Season 2 finale, The Reality War, airing next Saturday. But yeah, thank you so much for all the support, especially recently, because the channel has been growing a lot, and it really does mean the world to me. And I will see you all next time. And yeah, have an amazing evening, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.